There we go. There we go. There I go. There I go. There I go. What up, YouTube? I'm waiting to make sure this signal's right. Can't start till the connection's right. Can't be dropping. It's getting there. It's getting there. What up, world? It's your boy Chuck Wick Ill, aka Charles Brown, back again with another What Talking Facts. First, I want to know if you good. You good? You really good for real, bro? All right, man. So listen, this is my I don't do them at night too much. This is one of my late night talking fact joints. We're gonna talk about something that just came up, I think today, and I don't think people understand the touchiness of this conversation, because I think people might just saw the headlines and quickly judge Nas or quickly dismissed it. But I want to talk about it. I want to talk about Illmatic. Nas said in an interview for, correct me if I am wrong, I think it was Vanity Fair. I don't know for sure. I think it was Vanity Fair. That I don't know if they asked him about Illmatic or the significance of Illmatic, but somehow Illmatic came up and Nas said, I'm sick or I'm tired of celebrating Illmatic. And he went on to say, I'm paraphrasing, he went on to say, to the people who only want to talk about Illmatic, it's 25 years later and that's all you want to talk about. I got 10 other albums and you still praising and celebrating and clapping saying Illmatic is the greatest album of all times when I got this huge body of work. And if you one of these people that's all about Illmatic and nothing else, is kind of corny. I paraphrased that, but all of that is what he said out of his own mouth. That's what the interviewers put in it anyway. So some people probably read that. I saw some of the comments. Some people was offended. Some people was like, yo, don't get mad at us because you ain't put out nothing good since Illmatic, which is not true. That's not true. That is not a fact. That is that's bullshit. That is an opinion, and that's a whack opinion. That means you haven't been listening to nothing since Illmatic came out. Nas got bangers. Nas ain't never had a year that he didn't have at least one banger. Nas got bangers. So I don't know what you're talking about with this. You ain't have no hits since Illmatic. That's crazy, bro. The reason Nas is saying this, and I understand, I'm going to tell you why. Because it's so many layers to this. First of all, you're discrediting his body of work. For all that, you're basically saying this guy made a classic album in 1994. And with all the music he's put out, all the tracks and all the good features he's done, everything, nothing surpasses this album. And not even that it has to surpass it. You won't give nothing else the credit that you give this album. Facts, the work that he put in on this album, you don't give him the credit for. You don't give him the credit for It Was Written, and you don't give him the credit for Hip Hop Is Dead. Right? You don't give him the credit for none of that. I mean, not the end album, and how many joints Nas got? Life Is Good. What's the joint with Uchi Wally? I can't remember the name of them joints. I can't remember all them joints. Oh, Nostradamus. What's the last joint he just dropped? Lost Tapes 1 and 2. Nasir, the joint with Kanye. So you trying to tell me with all this material for 25 years, Nas ain't dropped nothing better or even the equivalent of Illmatic? I think you're wrong. I think the follow-up album, which does not get the credit it deserves, it get the credit, but not the credit it deserves. It Was Written. It Was Written is a banger. And I'm going to tell you, a lot of people don't give that album credit. First of all, I think a lot of people scared too. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people scared that if they give It Was Written the credit it deserves, they taking away from Stillmatic and somebody going to come at them for that. You're not taking away nothing from Illmatic because you're saying It Was Written was dope. tell me the intro on it, and tell me the intro on It Was Written ain't comparable to nothing on Illmatic. That's one of the illest intros in the history of rap, bro. That's one of the illest intros. He took everything, the feeling, everything, and ramped it up a level. Everything from Illmatic, he mixed that in a pot and then ramped it up put it on another shelf and gave you that intro. We wants to be free, like all that, bro. Go back and play that intro off It Was Written. I know a lot of people, some of these people didn't even really hear it like that. A lot of people be like, oh, the joint with Dre or the Firm and all. They always talking. I don't even know if dudes really heard it when it really dropped for real. I don't know if y'all really heard it. I question if y'all really heard that album like that. Is that the first one Foxy's on with him? I think she makes her debut. Man, she's on Ain't No Nigga with Jay. But I think I don't know if Nas was first with Foxy or not. Supposedly ain't no nigga, but that's what their little riff was started off. End of the day, there's so many smackers on It Was Written. The album does not get the credit it deserves. A lot of people say Illmatic that don't even understand the album. Cause if you're not living on them grimy streets, you're visualizing stuff that you really don't know. Like, it's great to visualize. Like, somebody could paint a beautiful picture or write a beautiful book and take me all the way to Hawaii and make it so vivid and beautiful. Put me in like a murder mystery in Hawaii on a freaking cruise ship, and I'll be there in my mind. But if I've never been on a cruise ship, if I've never been to Hawaii, you know what I'm saying? And I've never been involved in a murder mystery for real, I'm only going to get half of what I'm seeing, what I'm reading. It's going to feel, I'm going to put myself in that situation, but I'm not going to have everything I need. So if he's talking about broken glass on the streets, pissing in the alleyways and the elevators, and getting in shootouts and shooting at cops and running around in Timberland boots and stomping dudes out and writing raps in the middle of all that, you might feel like you understand that. But if you waiting out there, you might not get it the way it's supposed to be gotten. You understand? You might not get it the way it's supposed to be gotten. And a lot of people, that's just like Reasonable Doubt. Street dudes, there's no question. No one from the really out in the street questions Reasonable Doubt. That's the Holy Grail. That is the Holy Grail. If you lived out there, that's Holy Grail. Now, a dude from West Bubble who mom and dad gave him everything. He never wanted for nothing. He went to college, had the best of things, had a car to drive. He may have smoked a little pot here and there, or had the cheerleader girlfriend and went straight to college and was on the pro team and went straight into medical, profession. Like, he may think he get that album and it may sound good, but he didn't live none of that. So that'll be a person to be like, I don't really know. Reasonable Doubt wasn't all that. It was okay. You know what I'm saying? But somebody who really was living that is no question. And I say that to say, Illmatic, when you was in the city and you heard these train tracks and you heard these loud voices down when you're upstairs in the building and you heard these gunshots, and someone starts putting that to paper, and someone starts forming a diatribe, something beautiful from it, it's going to be amazing if that person is legitimately a scholar with what they're saying. And that's what Nas is. So Illmatic is, yes, it is that. It is a classic, hands down. But he did that more than one time. He did that a lot of times. He did that. He's doing that right now. He did that on Nasir. He did that on the Lost Tapes. Everything that he did on Illmatic, this guy has done for the last 20 plus years. And so the reason he's sick of this whole Illmatic, because I'm sure people still come up to him with copies of Illmatic and still talking about Illmatic. And if he do creep online And any Nas conversation, you got some stands or whatever saying, oh, not Illmatic, man, yo, he ain't had nothing since Illmatic, yo, like, oh, man, Illmatic, bro, nothing touching Illmatic, bro, Illmatic, yo, it ain't touching, well, oh, Reasonable Doubt versus Illmatic, which one? Illmatic did, like, it's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? The dude tired of hearing the repetitive, almost ridiculous, and yes, you're supposed to praise classic material, right? And yes, you still get people say Reasonable Doubt was Jay's best album, but for the most part, no one really says that. A few people, Jay tries to say that, and a couple people try to say Jay's Reasonable Doubt was the best for what that was supposed to be, but it ain't his best album. Reasonable Doubt supposed to be a young man finding his way. He's seeing all this stuff, and he's becoming what he's going to be. He's trying to reach 1 million. He's trying to maneuver these streets. He's trying to stay out of jail. All that little stuff. Reasonable Doubt is fire. You ain't going to tell me Reasonable Doubt better than The Blueprint. You ain't going to tell me that. You're not going to tell me that. Anybody say Reasonable Doubt is better than The Blueprint is telling themselves a lie, and they're trying to feed me a lie, because I don't believe you. I don't believe you when you try to tell me you're going to bang the Reasonable Doubt over The Blueprint. You're not doing that. Now, you may bang Illmatic over Stillmatic. And in any event, this dude is saying, give my other work some love like you give Illmatic, because I have a catalog. I went to see Nas in concert maybe 2 or 3 times. The dude murders, bro. 2 hours of nonstop bangers. Like, he don't even play the whole song. 2 hours, and you still like, yo, what are you gonna play now? This dude got mad tracks, bro, and he still don't be playing all the tracks. 2-hour concert, bro. He ain't doing he ain't got Illmatic on the loop and doing it 3 and 4 times. There's 2 hours of music that this man is doing. So I feel him. It's like, bro, how you gonna keep saying Illmatic? A lot of these dudes wasn't even listening to rap when Illmatic came out. Where was y'all niggas at, man? For real. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of dudes got coaxed into that, which is always Illmatic. Like, really, bro? I don't know if all y'all was listening to rap when Illmatic came out. I just don't know. So if you was listening to Illmatic when it came out, you probably not listening to stuff right now. Facts. It's like a person like me, I'm listening to that, and I'm listening to stuff weekly, brand new stuff. Most old heads that was listening to Illmatic don't listen to no rap right now. It is a fact. Dude gonna throw on Mr. Cheeks, Keith Murray, Redman, all his old stuff from the 90s. Old Tech 9 and all this stuff. Helter Skelter, all that. That's all he bumping. Get in his car, he got a pine tree in the, you know what I'm saying? Fresh pine tree in the window, or probably 50 of them joints in the window. Car smelling like a damn car wash. And he throwing in his boot camp CD. He ain't tripping off none of that stuff y'all talking about. So I say all that to say this. If a person is in that kind of bubble, we dealing with 2 people. One that wasn't even born to hear Illmatic, to be saying it's so great. And then you got another one who was there, but he's stuck in the past and don't listen to nothing past 2001. So it's like, what we going, you know what I'm saying? We need a happy medium somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So Nas is basically, I feel him, he's probably frustrated because he's sitting here trying to make some of the best music of his life. I think the Lost Tapes too is a collection of some of the best music Nas has ever made. And I understand the Al Jarreau tribute song. I understand it's awkward. It's weird. I understand that. But if you really understand what Nas is doing, he's playing the music like a flute. He's playing the music with his voice like an instrument. And he's on it like he's a trumpet. If you realize that, you go by that he's not supposed to be a human. He's like a trumpet. He's supposed to be a musical instrument just like every other instrument in the song. He's doing jazz. And if you look at it that way, it's a different feel and you understand what the song is trying to do. It's like that song and the song, I think the song right before that. Everything else is dope. And I'm not even saying none of it's whack. It's just, it's going to take you some time to get used to some of that. I'm not going to sit and tell you every song on Illmatic is banging. I'm not going to sit and tell you that. Some dudes are trying to say every song, every song. There's a song you skip, bro. Stop lying to me. Something you skip on that album. Something. There is something you skip. There is something you skip unless you're washing the dishes or something. You can't get your hands wet. There is something you skip. And even if you don't skip, it don't mean you like every song equal. Every single song is a 10. Every song is a 10. So we sit in this car and go song for song, and every song is a 10. Every song is a 10? I don't think so. So I'm going to say this. I understand what Nas is saying. I'm not saying, Nas not saying he's all set or he's sick of Illmatic. Nas is saying, bro, let it breathe. He's like, I did the 20-year. I gave you the 20-year CD. I performed it last year at the Kennedy Center, I believe, with a live band and all that. I did all that. I celebrated it enough. Every musician gets tired of doing the same stuff, especially something that is 25 years ago and something that they're always trying to hear. Oh my God, do something off the Illmatic. Oh my God, he ain't even do Life's a Bitch. Oh shit, where's AZ? Yo, what's up with Comega? All this shit. Nigga trying to move on, bro. He ain't trying to hear all that shit. This dude signed Dave East. This dude's life is beyond that. Y'all still coming up to him holding Illmatic CD covers and shit. Like he probably tired of it, bro. I don't have no ill will toward no. I feel him, bro. Like, buy my new shit. Listen, give my new shit a chance to breathe. You know what I'm saying? Nas album done. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me some new shit. Let me put some new shit out for y'all niggas. Y'all still talking about Illmatic. How you gonna compete with Illmatic when he was fucking like 19 years old? How the fuck you gonna compete with some shit that he don't even believe in no more and he's way advanced past? How you gonna compete with that shit? But he'll eat that kid up in every form of life. The Nas back then wouldn't even stand 2 fucking seconds with this Nas in any capacity. Rhyming, music making, sales, all of that. The Nas from Illmatic don't fuck with the Nas right now. It is a fact. This man has grown. This dude does investments. He made millions off Uber and some other shit. Mad shit that you've heard of and some shit you didn't. He invested in that electronic camera doorbell. I think it's called Ring. I think this shit's over like $1 billion or something ridiculous number. Nas got a cut because he put the money up. This not the same Nas, man. His mind state is way deeper than what y'all still stuck on the corner blocks of Queensbridge, which is a great place to visit. You don't want to live there. And he's trying to say, I don't live there no more. Mine moved on. I do shopping sprees in Mulan, bro. I'm not there. You know what I'm saying? He's not there with y'all no more. He wants y'all to grow with him. Because the young kid rapping on Illmatic hadn't seen much of nothing outside of Queens. He's rapping about like a 4-corner block. You know, he's just rapping about stuff right there. Life is way bigger than that little block. And that's all he's trying to say. In my opinion, if I have to explain it, he ain't sick of Illmatic. He's sick of y'all keep talking about it and making it like he haven't done shit since then. So, in my opinion, he trying to say, lay off all the worship. You making this shit way bigger than it is. It's just a record that he did. Y'all making it like it's the Holy Grail. It's a Bible. Hold it up and pray to it and all. Like, he like, nah, get off that. It's just some music I made. I appreciate y'all liking it. It's 25 years later, though. Give me some credit for the other work I done. And that's all he's saying. That's all I'm saying. I rock with Nas. I think what he's saying when he's saying, y'all corny for that, I don't think see, some people took that wrong. And it sound harsh. Oh, y'all corny. Y'all corny. We corny for fucking with your music? Like, you know, a lot of dudes gonna take offense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm corny for saying you dropped a classic? Like, how am I corny for that? I've been holding you down for 20 years. Da, da, da. Some dudes gonna take offense, but he's not saying you corny. He's saying what you're doing is corny because you're stuck on something that is, he's already grown past it and you won't let him. You won't let him get beyond Life's a Bitch with AZ. And you know what I'm saying? People don't even rap with no more. You won't let him get beyond that. You still talking about Illmatic. You still popping in Illmatic, the tape. It done popped 40 times. You putting a piece of tape on it, reeling it back up in the cassette, sticking it back in. He like, yo, bro, come on, man. We streaming now. So he's trying to get y'all to come forward to move on and come with him with the journey he going. This dude got another 20 years of rapping. Easily. So he don't want y'all stuck when it's the 40th anniversary of Illmatic, still saying he didn't master Illmatic, nothing past that. Still saying, oh man, nah, Illmatic. Somebody told me that the other day. Illmatic was Nas' best album. That's his best album. That's the only album he ever did. That's dope. That's a slap in the face, bro. That's a slap in the face. So with that being said, I'm just gonna say, is Nas sick of Illmatic? Nas not sick of Illmatic. He's sick of y'all ass. That's about it. Man, straighten up. Give that man his props, man. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Join the... we got Patreon and all this good stuff coming up. I'll be back with... I'll be here every day. I wasn't here the last 2 days because I was off. But I'll be back tomorrow with another joint. It's a whole lot of nonsense going on, man. I will catch y'all on that other side. Peace.